because I don't have the capacity to provide. If I have the capacity to provide security, armed security for my child going to school, I will do that. I will do that because I don't trust that things are going well in the country. My child goes to school and I will not eat. I will be tensed up. I will be interacting with the mother. Please, is he okay? Even here in Abuja. So we said, what is going on? Nigeria doesn't seem to have a National Assembly. The National Assembly is dead since the 2019 election. The current National Assembly is dead because the Senate President and the Speaker are bootlickers of the President. They have sold the National Assembly independence to the executive arm of government. They are terrorists, they're not bandits. We don't have bandits in Nigeria. We have terrorists. Most of these terrorists are working for some people in government. Unfortunately, some of them, when they speak, some of them even work in the presidency. When they speak for an interest that protects the terrorists. Because Nigeria is the only country in the whole wide world where students will be taken away into the forest and they will be left to stay there for 1 month. Some students were taken away from their schools, Bethel. The one in Bethel is a Baptist school in Kaduna. They were taken away. They spent 2 months. They were not released, not until the parents started paying money. Government didn't do anything about it. NDA was invaded. When we were young, some of us had ambition. In fact, right from primary school, soldiers used to come to our school. I went to school in Kafanchan. So soldiers used to come to our primary school that time. When you reach class 6, they will come to advertise in the Nigerian army whether they're interested in going to their own secondary school or whatever. You understand? Some of us started liking the soldier work. In fact, myself, I did NDA exam. That's to tell you how ambitious to join the army. But I didn't join the army because I won't tolerate what is going on now. So NDA was invaded, and a serving officer was taken away. They said they rescued him. After how many days? It's a shame. So, but we're not even concerned about that. We're concerned about our children. Some of us that are parents, even here in Abuja, when your child goes to school, I don't eat. I don't eat. The constitutional aberration by not doing what Section 14.2b says. Section 14.2b says the primary responsibility of government, the primary duty. When they want to lie to us, they tell us Chapter 2 is not enforceable. So why was it put in the Constitution? The primary duty of government, Section 14.2b. You don't have to be a lawyer. Learn your Constitution. Go and get Constitution and read it. Our Constitution is the simplest Constitution you can have anywhere in the world, written in very simple English, apparently because it was written by the military. The military appointed people that wrote it. So they wrote it in a very deliberately simple language. Everybody will understand it. And it's not difficult to, some of us who can cram when we're in school, you can cram all the sections. So human rights, you want to know about it, read the Nigerian Constitution, you know about human rights. Section 42 says the primary duty of government is to protect life and property. Let me tell you, if God makes it possible for me to be a president, and the kind of things that are happening in the north, or in the south, I'll come to the southeast. The kind of things that are happening in the north, particularly because that's where we're going, school children being kidnapped, I will resign from office because I have failed in my primary duty to protect children. You have not done anything. You didn't fire the man in charge of customs. You didn't fire the man in charge of immigration. Because these are areas where these arms coming from the Portland borders. You said you shut the borders. Which border did you close down? The border in Lagos? What about the border in Katsina? That even a House of Rep member raised an alarm in the House of Representatives. Just Google your phone, you will see it on the phone. He was open. Even the NTA that is, I don't know how to describe them. NTA that is like a houseboy of the president, carried the story because the man appeared. It was a live program. He appeared. He said, Mr. President shut the borders, but smugglers are bringing in rice through Katsina, through his own constituency. And incidentally, the man is the one representing our president. You didn't take any action to ensure border security. Some years back, we said Nigeria should think of erecting a fence. People laughed at it. It's not possible. It's possible. When I was a member of the Presidential Committee on Restoration of Peace and Dialogue, this what people were calling Boko Haram Committee, they didn't, when Sheikh Sani either resigned or didn't accept the appointment, I was the one that stepped in. Though that committee was very silent because of security reasons, nobody knows who are the committee members. I suggested that they should build fence across the country. Dangote has enough cement to build fence across Nigeria. Israel did it. Trump wanted to do it. The Democrats opposed him. What is happening now in the US? Don't you see people jumping into the US? People that come, they just throw their baby. The Americans are lucky that Nigeria is not Mexico. I'm sure all of us would have jumped through the fence and jumped into America if Nigeria was close to America. Like how Haiti is doing. Haitians are now swimming to jump into US. Trump wanted to stop it by building fence. They opposed him. He used his executive powers and see whether he had to build it, but he couldn't finish it because he said, I don't believe because they say it's fake news, but as somebody who supports Trump, somebody who believes in Trump, I, as a person, not HURIWA, I know that Trump was saying the right thing, that if you build that fence, it will minimize illegal migration. But in Nigeria's own case, we're not talking about migration. If you have people coming to Nigeria, we are very hospitable. We're Africans. The kind of people they should stop in from coming is not even the person that is even, because of the economy. Because if you allow somebody bringing rice, the person will destroy our local economy. So they are as dangerous as people bringing in arms. But the worst is somebody who is bringing in arms and they invade the forest. What is happening in Nigeria in the north and they are spreading to other parts of the country is not only a threat to national security, but it's a threat to even the ecosystem. The forests have been taken over. The world spent billions of dollars to preserve the forest. They spent billions of dollars. If you go to, there's a place in Brazil, the world spent billions just to make sure that that place is preserved. But in our own case, even the president is saying you must allow Fulani herdsmen to take over the forest. So what is happening in the north is not just about insecurity, but it's also a problem, an environmental issue. So as a body, we are calling on government. Somebody went to the press and said HURIWA does not like the president. We don't have any reason to like the president. He is not a woman, I'm a man. He's not a babe, so I have no reason to like him. But I have every reason to respect his office. Because he is the president, not of Fulani people, he is the president of the whole of Nigeria. Because one constitutional lawyer, fortunately for us, we have a very patriotic constitutional lawyer with us, the chairman. A constitutional lawyer, I've forgotten his name, from Ondo State. He wanted to be a governor. He was with Obasanjo. He's our friend. He wrote a small book on the Nigerian Constitution. I read it from there. He said, the Nigerian president is not the president because of the positive votes. He's also a president because of the negative votes. Those who didn't vote for Mr. President have voted for him negatively. Those who voted for him positively have voted for him positively. So Mr. President is a president of all Nigeria. He's not a president of, is it 95%? And some of us who are in 5%. No, he's a president of both 95% and 5%. So, Mr. President, we respect his office, we honor his office, we respect the sanctity and indivisibility of Nigerian Federation. Nigeria is one. Nigeria must remain one. We support that. But there has to be dialogue. The government has to act to deal decisively with the terrorists. Yes, with the terrorists that are kidnapping students. And the government must stop the policy of reintegrating terrorists. Terrorists should be reintegrated with the devil. They should be shot and sent to where they belong, hellfire. You don't reintegrate a terrorist who will go to school and kidnap children, go to Chibok, go to what do you call it, Yobe State, and kidnap children and keep them in the forest for years. Some of them were married off. They rape women, they rape wives, and you are saying you will reintegrate such a man. We support, HURIWA supports the severest military action. We support what the governor of Kaduna State is saying. They should be wiped out completely. That is our support. Mr. President must stop what is happening in the north Education is collapsing. People are no longer free to go to school. Let me leave the rest for those who are professors and the constitutional lawyers.